Okay, it's time to sell a car. So as I am running with a warehouse that has all of the low range and all of the top or mid-range vehicles and one each of the top range vehicles, if I sell a top range vehicle, my next source will be a replacement top end vehicle. So by doing that, I can always ensure that I get top range vehicles. So I will never sell the mid-range or standard range. I'm going to sell to the top-end buyer. It'll cost me 20 grand, but I will get 100 grand, so that's a net profit of $80,000. Let's see, how ugly can I make this car? That'll work. Eye searing chrome paint job, and we'll, since chrome is a little bit boring, let's here we go. There we go. Give it a little color in addition to the chrome. That'll work. I'm in the mood for the orange, not the do I want to try a different spoiler? I'm in the mood for the chrome, not so much the green that the other livery gives you, so I'll choose that one. Of course, we've got to have smoked windows. Go for the darkest possible. Let's go with chrome rims to match the paint job. And which ones look nice? Those don't look too bad, but maybe something with a little less fill in. Yeah, we'll go with that one. I've already got the nicely lettered tires, so we're good to go. When I landed my helicopter, I tried to position it in what I thought was the most likely place to keep it from exploding, and it looks like it indeed did not explode.
The work's been done. Take the car to the buyer and don't let another organization get in the way.
Now, the chances are all of these videos, especially the sell missions, are kind of pointless. I'm hoping that all of your sales are straightforward enough that you don't need to come and watch a video. However, if there is some little point that you're struggling with and you just want to see how somebody else has done things, I will try to make sure these videos are named appropriately so that you can easily pick one that might show a solution to your particular problem. Now, this car is a Tyrus. It is typically very difficult to pick up, so I try to pick this one up by the spoiler. So you want to drag the hook right up the back, try to hook onto the spoiler. It looks like the delivery is going to be the farm on the east side of the city. Even so, I'm going to use that big center building there as an indicator of how much height I should have, because I want to be high enough that the NPCs that Rockstar sends after you cannot hit my car from the ground. Of course, we want to get this delivered with $0 lost. And as long as we have the altitude, we should be good. And that should be about high enough. If I have the helicopter handy and I watch the timer as I lift, then by the time I get to the bottom of the 13-minute mark, I generally have more than enough altitude, and I'm actually a little high right now. So I think it's safe to set out. This is a fairly short trip. Of course, this helicopter feels like it's so slow to get going, but it will eventually get there, and hopefully I can have this car on the ground by the 10-minute mark, which means the total sale took only 5 minutes. The flight back to the office will take probably another 2. But all in all, we should be pretty quick turnaround time, and that'll be $80,000 with just a few minutes work. Not counting, of course, the number of minutes it took to source the vehicle. Okay, there's the farm up ahead, so I'm going to start dropping altitude. I should be far enough from the road that if it does spawn in bad guys, I should still be okay. And the drop-off point is right over here. There it is. Switch to the view from above so I can see where I'm lining the helicopter up with. And I'm going to kind of pause here, do a little fiddling with the stick so that I can get the thing stabled and make sure that the car isn't swinging around too badly. A little more stick feathering. And we are down. Fortunately, that big shower of sparks you saw doesn't seem to affect the helicopter. So now a quick jaunt back over to source another vehicle. I do have a terabyte in my nightclub garage that I could bring out and park either at my garage, or I could call it to the location that I dropped the car off and immediately source another vehicle from the terabyte. That would be handy, but since not everybody has the terabyte, I'm going to do some of these a little bit more the slow way. Again, I am trying to run computer to computer, so I'm trying to include some of this boring flight time in the video, just so that the timing kind of reflects exactly the time spent on the missions. Perhaps if people complain enough, I will either do a speed up or cut the video short. There's not necessarily much to see while I'm flying back to my central office. But I kind of wanted to make sure that I captured the full time, because I've seen quite a few videos that, I don't know, they claim, oh, that mission only took me 5 minutes, but somehow I can't quite seem to get things done as quick as they can. So maybe if I include computer to computer, that'll give a more realistic viewpoint of how long things actually take. And we are down. And about to source another. Okay, so I'll source it in the next video. So long, and see you in the next one.